The 2024 Young Ag Professionals Discussion Meet winner is Abby Campbell of Washington County.
So I have a non-traditional agricultural background. My dad was in the United States Coast Guard for 22 years, so I spent a lot of my childhood traveling, living in a bunch of different places. And it wasn't until I started middle school in Ashland County, Ohio, that I really started to get involved in the agricultural industry. I served as a state FFA officer and realized that I really found a home in agriculture because the people share a lot of the same values as I was raised with in a military family of work ethic, of sacrifice, and of building those relationships of a cause bigger than something than yourself. And so both in FFA and both in agriculture, in the military, those are some common values. And so I found that I had a lot of self-fulfillment, and it was very rewarding to work with students. And so I chose to major in agri-science education at The Ohio State University. While I was there, I met my husband, Blake Campbell, and after graduation, we both found ourselves in the agricultural education classroom, and now as part of his 4th generation farm in Washington County, Ohio. From an agricultural educator perspective, obviously one of the first issues that I see in agriculture is lack of knowledge and lack of awareness, the bridge between consumers and producers. And so that's my challenge in the classroom, but also my challenge as someone who is involved in production agriculture. Also, since my husband and I have taken our own spin on the farm, we consider ourselves to be new and beginning farmers in a lot of ways. We are not cut flower farmers, 4th generation cut flower farmers or pumpkin farmers. And so adding this to our operation has been a learning experience where we've had to rely on our extension agent. We've had to rely on our network of people in the industry to help us make these types of decisions and figure out where we should go from here. As part of the 4th generation, succession of a farm is always a challenge that is in the back of our minds, and we know that a lot of our peers are going through the same thing, across Ohio, across the U.S., because we're at this pivotal point where the farm is getting ready to be transferred to the next generation in a lot of cases, and it's not always clear what that is going to look like. The discussion meet is unique because it's not so much can you dominate a conversation, but can you facilitate a conversation? And that's a skill that is extremely more valuable than just being able to talk in front of a group of people. There are so many resources and there's so many people that can answer the questions and tell the stories that the Discussion Meet contest is all about. Reading Ohio AgNet for the data and the news, looking at Ohio Farm Bureau's website for the policy, but also talking to the people that are experiencing those challenges and getting their perspective, because just like when we're having a conversation with a producer, like statistics are important, but the relationship is even more important. And so when you're able to do that in the Discussion Meet contest, you're able to be successful because you're hitting both sides of the coin.